My name's Grace. I work for a brand called Ocean Basket, a seafood Mediterranean brand started in South Africa in 1995. Casual dining, franchise business model, and the whole purpose of it is to bring affordable, delicious seafood to people every single day. The BFA, I met Emily from the BFA a few weeks ago, and I find that they add incredible value. They are professional. I feel very safe to be amongst them while I start our journey of looking for a partner in the UK. So I speak from the research I've done, but there's a few things. I think we must talk about the difference it makes to the consumer and the difference it makes to the investor, because they are both critical target audiences. So for the consumer, we haven't found anywhere where you can go to a restaurant, sit down, have a glass of wine and eat seafood, prawns, mussels, sole, hake, kingklip at a very, very affordable price. So that is our objective, and that makes us unique. It's a place where people come with their families, children spill milkshakes on tables. It's a little bit like being in a crazy Mediterranean woman's home. So it is unusual. It's a restaurant. And in seafood, usually there's either the very high end or there's a low end. And we are smack bang in the middle. So that's the value to the consumer. The value to the investor is that it's a model that has been refined with his or her ROI in mind. So we've reduced the size of kitchens. We've worked on efficiency. We are reputable. We look after the oceans. We're sustainable. We make sure that you carry the least possible ingredients. And seafood supply chain is a hell of a challenge because it's a commodity, and we guarantee that you'll always be in stock. And in 24 years, we've never been out of stock of a core item. So it's easy. We really hold people's hands. We try and make it as hassle-free as possible for an investor, because that's why he wants to buy a franchise. Otherwise, he could start Bob's Seafood Restaurant. Kind of franchisee we're looking for in the UK is an area developer. So an area could be anything between, 10 and more restaurants, a minimum of 10 because scale is important. Someone who's got access to cash, because to set up a restaurant and to deal with some of the things that you need to deal with, you need to have access to cash. We can't be overgeared. What's very important is the person must want to build a brand and must have a natural affiliation of being hospitable. Because we want to grow a brand. We don't want to open lots of restaurants in the UK. We don't have targets. If you ask me how many restaurants we've got, I don't even know exactly. So it's not about finding someone with lots of money and opening 10 restaurants. It's about finding somebody who is financially and business-wise is sound and wants to introduce and grow a brand. I've been in franchising for 7 years, and even in the last 7 years, I've seen it evolve so much. I think franchising is becoming more and more attractive for many reasons. It is scary to start your own business and your own concept. I also think it's very lonely. People do want to be part of a community. If you speak to franchisees, they can't wait for the conference or the roadshow or the get-together. I think they feel safer being under one umbrella. It's also nice to have someone to shout at and to blame. But I think it's a business model that works for brands and for investors. And I think that's why it's growing, because everyone has to succeed. There has to be benefit for everyone. There truly must be benefit for everyone. Before I had this job, I actually had my own business, and I said I'd never have a job. I'd never have someone boss me around. So I guess there's two things that drive me, top two. The first is I have the absolute freedom to implement a workplace in the way that I believe people will want to produce. And in a corporate environment, I would have never had that opportunity. So I'm allowed to introduce things that sound a little bit mad and a little bit scary, like equal bonuses for all the employees at head office. For some people it's like, but I worked harder than him. Well, if you're going to drive teamwork, and if you keep on saying we have to be good together, how can someone get a bigger bonus? So freedom, and connected to that freedom is an incredible founder who is, I always call him my Steve Jobs. I loved Steve Jobs, may he rest in peace. But he's a visionary, and I just have the freedom to do what I believe in. And the second thing I love about my job is the travel and the opportunity to learn and work in many countries and to connect with our crew, our restaurant crew, the grillers and those people. I can't wait to go to the 18 or so countries we're in, and the first thing I want to do is just go work in a restaurant for a couple of hours, because I learn so much. And I'm always so blessed that this brand is employing about 9,000 people around the world. And I want to make it better for them. I really do. And I'm allowed to.